Hey Weirdos, it is Kaz Weirdness here with a quick art tutorial on drawing hands. The easy way, this is for beginners. A lot of my students struggle with drawing hands and they won't even include them. So I just wanted to point out that hands are just simple shapes. So you can start with just squares, cylinders, lines, and then you just start filling in the shapes and making them more rounded. Again, just cylinders, cylinders, more cylinders. You can hold up your own hand, your non-dominant hand, and just take a look at the shapes. Don't get into the details. I think that's what scares people, is when they're trying to do those detailed contour lines and just not realizing, hey, look at that. It's just a shape. When you do more realistic drawings, you can get into those fine details, but even when you're a more realistic artist, you're going to start with basic shapes. Some artists will fuse those two center fingers together. You can watch and see, what other illustrators are doing. Or just look at this. This is freehanding, just simple shapes. Again, these are kind of like triangle shapes. Remember, there is a wrist in here. You look at your own wrist to see where that is, so leave yourself a joint there. And then what if you're more of a cartoony kind of artist? So for most of my work, I'm really not going to draw a detailed hand anyway, so I will use mostly just these basic shapes. I'll erase the lines in between the shapes, but I'm just doing real simple basic things. So we know that this is a hand. We can recognize a hand. It doesn't have to be super detailed. A lot of times I'll draw that center line in the palm, so you know which way the hand is facing. That's a good indicator right there. And sometimes there are little sausagey fingers. Sometimes you can draw just like a circle for a fist. And this is goofy, and I won't usually just do little fat fingers like this, but that works too. Probably the most detailed I've ever got with hands is in some of the spreads of Mother Goth Rhymes, which is a book, and you can find it at the web address down below. But even in Mother Goth Rhymes, if you'll notice, these are just circle hands with little lines to indicate where the fingers are. Now, if you're still struggling with drawing hands and you just want to find ways to get around it, here are 10 handy ways to avoid drawing hands. Number 1, hide behind back. This is a classic. I see my students doing this all the time. Do I notice? Of course I notice. Another one is hide in the pockets. Just tuck them on in there. No one will ever notice that you're hiding the hands. 3, one pocket, one hook. Pirates for the win. Number 4, fish hands. Who doesn't love fish hands? Nobody. That's who. 5, low hanging cloud. See also rolling fog. Weather elements for the win. Number 6, tentacle arms. Who doesn't love a good octopus arm? I know I love one. Feed to a line. Just stick it on in there in the animal's mouth. No one will notice. Just tuck them in there. Bury in eye sockets. Just bundle up the fist, one in one hole, one in the other. Number 9, snake body. If you don't have any arms and legs, you certainly don't have to draw hands. And number 10, my favorite, only draw unicorns. Never draw people. This is Stabby Unicorn, and he approves this message. If you've liked this video, and why wouldn't you, be sure to like and subscribe. See you next time, Weirdos. Stay creative.